OE Fire and Ice is one of Robert Frost's most popular poems, published in December 1920 in Harper's Magazine and in 1923 in his Pulitzer Prize winning book New Hampshire. It discusses the end of the world, likening the elemental force of fire with the emotion of desire, and ice with hate. It is one of Frost's best-known and most anthologized poems. Inspiration: according to one of Frost's biographers, Fire and Ice was inspired by a passage in Canto 32 of Dante's Inferno, in which the worst offenders of hell, the traitors, are submerged, while in a fiery hell, up to their necks in ice, a lake so bound with ice, it did not look like water, but like a glass. Right clear I saw, where sinners are preserved in ice. In an anecdote he recounted in 1960 in a Science and the Arts presentation, prominent astronomer Harlow Shapley claims to have inspired Fire and Ice. Shapley describes an encounter he had with Robert Frost a year before the poem was published, in which Frost, noting that Shapley was the astronomer of his day, asks him how the world will end. Shapley responded that either the sun will explode and incinerate the earth, or the earth will somehow escape this fate only to end up slowly freezing in deep space. Shapley was surprised at seeing Fire and Ice in print a year later, and referred to it as an example of how science can influence the creation of art, or clarify its meaning. Style and structure: it is written in a single 9-line stanza, which greatly narrows in the last 2 lines. The poem's meter is an irregular mix of iambic tetrameter and dimeter, and the rhyme scheme follows the pattern of tetsarima. Critiques marveled at for its compactness. Fire and Ice signaled for Frost a new style, tone, manner, and form. Its casual tone masks the serious question it poses to the reader. Compression of Dante's Inferno equals. In a 1999 article, John N. Serio claims that the poem is a compression of Dante's Inferno. He draws a parallel between the 9 lines of the poem with the 9 rings of hell, and notes that like the downward funnel of the rings of hell, the poem narrows considerably in the last 2 lines. Additionally, the rhyme scheme, ABAABCBCB, he remarks, is similar to the one Dante invented for Inferno. Frost's diction further highlights the parallels between Frost's discussion of desire and hate with Dante's outlook on sins of passion and reason, with sensuous and physical verbs describing desire and loosely recalling the characters Dante met in the upper rings of hell: taste, hold, and favor. In contrast, hate is discussed with verbs of reason and thought. In popular culture, the fantasy writer George R. R. Martin has said that the title of his A Song of Ice and Fire series was partly inspired by the poem. References. External links: A few reviews, commentaries,